Biggest thing crypto investors get wrong is not taking profits. Most crypto investors get their entries right, but they fuck up with taking profits. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to take profits on altcoins, my strategy, so that you can follow the same and be successful and don't cock up this bull market. Let's get into it. So this is a video that means a lot to me, honestly, guys, because I've been in crypto for 8 years and taking profits is fucking hard. It's one of the hardest things you can do in crypto. So I genuinely want to try and help you in this video. We're going to get into it. Number one, profit taken defines your gains. So you have to be right twice in order to make money in crypto. You got to get a good entry, get a good exit. Okay. So most people focus on the first part. Oh, Hades, what coin do I buy? Hades, is this a good entry? Okay, it's important. But what is equally important and what everyone doesn't talk about, your favorite KOLs, your favorite influencers on Twitter, they do not talk about taking profits on purpose because it's very difficult and it's a sensitive subject. So this is often what defines someone who makes it and someone who doesn't. Crypto is a round trip game. People round trip so much in this game, it's important to not do it yourself. The fundamental truth of crypto is you want to buy in early and you want to sell into fresh buyer hype. And this is genuinely the truth of all of it. So you need to have a thesis and the need to sell when that thesis has been achieved. One of the most important things, this is my abstract bag. Right now, it's all in Fugazi coin money, but eventually I will take profits. So yeah. Number two, you want to be looking not just at your coin, but at the wider market. How many of you guys have round tripped in March 2024, in January 2025 when Trump launched his meme coin? Everyone did. It's because you weren't watching signs of the market top. And if you were, you would have taken more profit. So it's important to look for excessively high funding rates. So funding rates equals longs versus shorts. So how many longs are open versus how many shorts are open. If more longs open than shorts, that means that people are generally bullish on the market. If more shorts are open than longs, that means that more people are generally bearish on the market, okay? Large spikes in long liquidations. This means people are getting liquidated equals lots of froth in market. When there's lots of liquidations, people are getting liquidated, and it's not good. I'm going to show you these in this chart as well in just one moment. And a high open interest equals lots of trading activity. Easy. So we're going to start with the easy one, funding rates. Like I said, it's a measure of how many longs are open versus shorts. And you're going to see here that at the bottom, it shows you when it's red, it's when people are bearish. That's when people opened a lot of shorts. So you can see here, it would have been an absolutely perfect entry. So just here, guys, you can see I'm on the weekly. And then you can see around here, the bear market, you can see there was a period, hope you can see where my cursor is. There's like 5 negative bars. It would have been the generational entry into Bitcoin. It was 16K. And you just want to keep an eye out for it, guys. Genuinely, we got a bit of, look, recently down here, we got 1 week of negative funding, and then we got another week of negative funding around here. So what you want to watch for is excessively high funding rates, just like we got here. Look at this. This was March 2024. We got really high funding rates compared to what we had before. Therefore, top was probably in. Same here. It wasn't that crazy, though. Hopefully, it goes even crazier later. And then the next thing is open interest. Exactly the same thing. So we want to have a look at open interest. When open interest spikes and when it surges, you want to be careful. You might want to be taking some profits. So you can see historically when it surged, the top is formed. And then liquidations, just generally, the bigger the liquidations, the more careful you want to be. It just means we're entering a period of froth. So you can see here liquidations are higher. You can see here liquidations are higher. And generally, it's good for entries, but you can use it to take profits as well. So feel free to check out Coin Analyze. It's a very good website. And I think, honestly, it will really, really help you guys. Here's an example of the liquidations chart. So number 3, the chain, this is a giga one. Chain net flows. One of the best indicators you can have to analyze your altcoin is how much money is flowing into that ecosystem. Most people don't take this into account. And let's just say I've got loads of coins on Abstract. I can track how much money is flowing into Abstract. And then I can see, okay, is the ecosystem growing? Is the ecosystem slowing down? Should I allocate? Should I shave off? It's not a science. Maybe you guys were expecting me to give you like 3 simple steps, like sell on a 3x, sell on a 5x. Guys, this is the real world. It's complicated. We're professionals here. It's an art. You need to look at these charts and you need to make your own mind up as to what you should be doing. So here, you can see this is the abstract flows, and this is on, I think Newt made this chart actually, and you can see that abstract topped, local top by the way, it's going to go higher in my opinion, at the time when the most bridges came in. I think that's because of big, and it was an app. So you want to look at it. Okay, so here is the website. I believe it's free. You can just look it up. This is the website here. I'll link these all in the description so you guys can use them. I'll be nice to you guys. And you can see the top net flows in the last 3 months. So Ethereum, watch for coins on Ethereum. Base got a lot of net flows out. So keep an eye on this, guys. It's very good. And what you want to look for changes in these net flows, because it tells you that insiders are positioning themselves correctly. So look for the changes in these net flows. Very, very important. Number 4, consensus signals caution. Now, if everyone agrees that an altcoin is safe and an altcoin is a blue chip, it typically signals that the coin is about to go into a period of underperformance at the very least, and at the most, it's topped. So a good example of this is Popcat. Everyone was saying around up here when it was over $1 billion, Popcat's a blue chip, just buy Popcat, it's a bet on Solana. That is so bad. When I hear this, I just want to sell. Because everyone that has bought is in. Everyone that can buy is in. So who else is left to buy? Okay, maybe you get YouTube in, maybe you get more retail in, but it's just becoming more saturated by the day. You got to think of a coin like a sponge. It's only got so many buyers. When that sponge is saturated, that's it. It can't get more water out of it. The water can only leave the sponge. Water cannot enter the sponge. That's exactly how a coin works as well. Very good analogy there. So it happened with Sol itself as well. When Trump launched his meme coin, everyone was so excited about Sol. People were saying it was going to $1,000. Bloody Bob Lucas was saying this as well. Crazy. But it's because everyone was consensus. So I actually found when Trump launched his meme coin, and it was on this red arrow, basically the top. It like spiked to what, $300 and then crashed from there. So yeah, just be aware of consensus, guys, okay? Number 5, sell the news events. So major news for coins often mark the top. So because news events are often sell the news events, people have already priced in the upside. Insiders have already got in and they're going to sell on the news. So let's say a meme coin is getting listed on Binance and only the team knows. The team might start buying more coins to kind of like increase the price. And then once Binance gets released, retail come in, they buy the top, insiders dump. And oftentimes it leads to a big crash. So this is similar to what we got in Toshi. However, Toshi, it did actually pump on the Coinbase listing, I will say. But eventually did dump because insiders would have got in before. So it's a very good thing to watch out for. Oftentimes, news events in crypto are bearish. Okay, you want to sell into the news. Just watch out for this in the future. Okay, a bit of alpha there for you. Number 6, stop trying to time the top. Timing the top is a fucking fantasy. You're not going to time the top of an altcoin. I wish I could get a chart up like Toshi. And I could be like, oh, like, you know, I'm going to buy here and then I'm going to sell here. No one does that, guys. And it's not realistic. Get it out of your head. It's like profit taking is more about a mindset rather than like actually trying to time the top. So trying to time the top has led people to round tripping. So what happens is they miss the top and then they keep telling themselves it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And guess what? Never fucking does it? So here it is. The goal should be to secure the bulk of profits, not greed. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. Let's say you get a chart. And let's say the chart starts really low. It goes up, 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 up. And then it goes down. Typical crypto chart, right? What do you want to do? Well, let's say you got in here. Actually, no. Let's say you got in after the pump. Let's say that you didn't hear about this coin when it pumped. But you got in like here. So you got in there. And you sold here. This gap here is probably about 70% of the move. Maybe 60 to 70%. That's what you want to get. You want to get about 70% of the move. You don't want to get the whole fucking thing of the move. And this will increase your chances of not round tripping and making the most amount of money. So what would have that meant on Bitcoin? That would have meant, have I got a chart of Bitcoin somewhere? I don't. But that would have meant that you would have been getting in and getting out. So with maybe the Solana, maybe you bought here on Solana and maybe you would have sold here. That would have been fine. That would have been fine if you did that. That would have been better than most people because most people fucked it up. Most people bought here and now they're fucking round tripping, okay? So, next one. Number 8, profit taking is a muscle. The more you work out your muscles, the bigger they're going to get. The more you profit take, even a little bit. I can work out my muscles. I do lateral raises. I do it with 4 kg bars. 4 kg, it's nothing. You could, at the same time, you can shave off 2% of a coin and you can still be working out that muscle and it will still get bigger. So it's a really important skill. And an example of this, and this is one of the reasons why I'm really good at taking profits now, it's because in RSR, I made really strong gains and I rode it all the way back down. And like the powerful lesson is profit isn't real unless it's locked in. Profit is not real unless it's in USDC, which leads me to my next point. Do I talk about stables? No, I don't. The next point is, that I didn't mention in here, is that stables are your best friends. Are your best friend. Don't be scared of selling to stables, guys. Stables are the real currency. Tokens aren't real currency. They're going to go to zero one day. So make sure you stack stables, okay? The new market reality, the current cycle is fundamentally different to the previous cycle we had. There is an oversupply of tokens. There's too much. People are making tokens left, right, and center. Your grandmother's fucking made a token, okay? This means that we get fragmented attention and therefore fragmented liquidity. So really think about this, guys. Fragmented attention, fragmented liquidity. Previous cycle allowed for longer holds, but this no longer works anymore. You must be taking profits intra-cycle now. This means that you must be taking profits within the Bitcoin cycle on altcoins because otherwise you're going to get fucked. So think about PopCat. If you didn't take profits on PopCat up here, you would have been fucked because it's lower now than it was for most of the time. So you got to be doing that. You got to be more aggressive with profit taking this cycle. And then what you can do, take profits into USDC, roll it into the next play. It's not a big deal. Only Bitcoin reliably supports full cycle holds. So just adapt to the market. Adapt or get crushed pretty much, guys. Actionable steps. We've been through it all. So number 1, define a clear thesis for your entry and sell when that thesis has been met. Number 1. Number 2, monitor critical macro signals, including funding rates, liquidations, and OI, open interest. Links in the description for the website. Number 3, monitor net flows and interchains. Links in the description for this website. Sell when a coin becomes consensus, often leads to underperformance. Sell the news events, be wary of these. Accept that you'll never perfectly time the top. Aim for bulk profit. Regularly exercise your profit-taking muscle, even if you only take a bit out. And remember to take intra-cycle profits. And bonus, remember to value stables, guys. Have an amazing day. I really hope this helped you guys, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.